Hey guys, so yeah. So if you follow me on Twitter and on Facebook and all of that media frenzy thing, I told you guys that I wouldn't do a makeup look from Adele from the Grammys. But, you know, I gotta like show some love to you guys because Adele is pretty major and who doesn't love her? So I decided to recreate the second look she wore from the ceremony, the Grammys. Which was my favorite look. Very glamorous, beautiful lashes, full, almost feathery lashes. So yeah, this is somewhat wearable, but of course if you want to like make it more wearable, you can just maybe drop the lashes and, you know, kind of play with it, make it your own. So yes, this is the look. If you want to learn how to do it, keep on watching. Now the first thing I'm going to do is use a base on my eye because Adele's look, she has a very dark crease, but on the actual inner lid over here, it is very light. So to help me get that very pigmented light finish, I'm just going to use a very light concealer. This is the Select Cover Up concealer from M.A.C, which is in NC20, and I'm just going to take a very tiny amount, and just with a synthetic brush, I'm just going to brush that on the lid and just focus that on mostly the inner lid, so right over here. And this will actually also give you a very good base for your eyeshadow to stick onto. And also it's going to lighten your inner eye. I tend to have some sort of blue and like reddish spots in there. Don't know why, but I just do. So just pressing that on it. Don't worry about the inner corner over here. I almost poked my eye out. Don't worry about the outer corner because we'll add some very dark color. Then you need to seal that. So what I'm going to do is use just a skin tone colored eyeshadow. I'm going to use Brulé from M.A.C. I'm going to start off with this color. It is just a matte color. And I'm sealing it because if I don't seal that emollient base, it will kind of crease. So you don't want that. Not for this look. So just pressing it on top, nothing like major. You see how just by doing so, it kind of like opens up the eye? This is what we like. Next, we're going to start by creating that crease over here, that dark crease. But what I like to do is building up the colors. So I'm going to use, my first color is going to be Cork from M.A.C, which is medium brown. And I'm just taking a fluffy brush like this. It's slightly pointed, which will kind of help me get right into the crease. And I'm just going to apply that from the outer corner and all the way into the crease. What's important with this look is using warm browns, if you know what I'm saying. They're not going to be green tint. They're going to have like some sort of red in it. The next color I'm going to use is going to be a deeper brown, and it is from Makeup Forever. It is this brown over here, which is number 29, which is actually my favorite brown of all time. It does have a slight red undertone to it, but this is what we want for this. So we're gonna just do the exact same thing. We're gonna build up the color, taking my blending brush in the same exact spot. And this brown actually blends beautifully, and it is quite buildable. The more you apply, the more intense it will get, which is basically what like all eyeshadows are all about, but this one really gets a lot darker when you apply some more on it. I'm mixing motions, so windshield wiper motions, and then I also do some sort of circular motions. So Adele's look is really dark browns and some sort of cranberry or purple in there. I've looked at a lot of photos and it's definitely a warm brown, like from the deep brown family, reddish purple. I don't know how to describe colors, guys. And while I'm blending, I'm sort of bringing it down over here, which is called like the V shape. So you're sort of doing a V, like starting from here, here, and here. So I didn't actually apply any color on here, but I'm just starting to work that because later on we'll be applying a little bit of color. But next I'm going to take just a stiff flat brush and I'm going to take a very dark brown, almost black, but it's definitely some red and purple in there. So I'm taking a stiff flat brush because I'm just going to apply that color, and after I'm going to blend it with a blending brush. So I'm just pressing it right into the crease right over here, as you can see, and I'm also applying it just a little bit on the base of my lashes. So you see just a very, very tiny bit. Then taking my blending brush, and I'm going to blend the hell out of it. Her crease is quite dark, so it's all about applying, blending, applying, blending, applying, blending, applying, blending, applying, and what? Blending. Yes. You could go with a black, but sometimes black have some sort of like a blue undertone. I know black is black, but some blacks out there tend to be a little bit, they have like some sort of undertone. So I'm not gonna go with black right away. I just simply want to start off by working on my deep brown, chocolate warm brown. Then we're going to use the exact same colors on the lower lash line. Now I'm going to go right away with that color from Makeup Forever, that number 29 over here. No need to go with that lighter color because we know what we're going to do. So taking that warm brown and applying that on the outer corner and bringing it into the eye, well, into halfway along the lower lash line. Going into my sign seal, very, very dark, dark brown. Going right over that, pressing it right on top. And now because it's sort of like a harsh line, I'm taking a pencil brush, and I'm just going to diffuse that a tiny bit. Then finally I'm going to go into a black color. Now this is going to be like very, very simple. I'm taking black. You've seen like this trick that I've been doing for a while now. So I'm just taking an angle brush, taking some black and pushing that right into the roots of my lashes, especially the outer corner. And I'm kind of flicking the color a little bit up, but only on the outer corner to make sure that it's like pitch black. And after, I'm just pushing that black along my lash line. Now with what is left onto my brush with the black, I'm just pushing it right into the roots of my lashes. Next onto the eye, I'm going to make it a tiny bit sparkly. So I'm going to use a flat brush, and I'm going to use a very, very beautiful color. It is one of my favorite eyeshadows from M.A.C. It is called Nylon. Now this might look yellow to you, but it's actually kind of a cream color, but more on the white side. For some reason, when the light catches it, it kind of turns into like almost white. So I'm taking that onto a stiff flat brush, and I'm just going to press it where we didn't apply any colors. So right here. And you see the effect it does. I'm just blending with my finger just to make sure that it kind of blends with the other colors. And then after, because I want to bring a tiny bit more purple into the crease, I'm going to use a beautiful color from Lise, which is called Améthyste, which is basically a brownish purple color, but more on the purple side, of course. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm just taking a little bit of that product and just going lightly over that brown. And then of course, as a highlight on the brow bone, I'm not gonna be like all like crazy about it, but I'm going to use a Pigment, which is another skin tone color. It is called Naked, but it does have a little bit of shimmer to it, and you want to apply that right underneath the brow, right over here. And then for the inner corner highlight, there is definitely some white in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my favorite white silver pigment from Lise Watier, which is called Folie Blanche. I'm already almost like out of it. I've had it for years, but anyways, taking just a pointy fluffy brush, and you want to apply that right into the inner corner. So then we'll be applying the lashes. Now the lashes are a very, very big part of this look. Looking at Adele's look photos, and while I was watching the Grammys, it almost looked like her lashes were feathers, which means they were extremely, extremely full. So today I decided to kind of tweak a little bit some lashes. So I took these lashes from Red Cherry. They are called, I don't even remember. Is there a name on there? I'll put it in the description box. But I'm gonna take them out to show you exactly what they look like. They are magnificent and they look extremely real. But I did tweak them a little bit. So basically, as you can see, they look somewhat like this over here, but I did apply, if you look at the back or the side over here, I did use some more lashes on this side over here, just to make them fuller. So as you can see, the lashes are applied, and I did apply a very, very small amount of mascara. Now, when you do apply mascara on those kind of lashes, you don't want to lose the kind of flowy, and you don't want to lose basically that kind of feather look. So don't apply too much mascara, especially on the end of the false lashes, or else it's going to look clumpy. It's not the look we're going for today. So yeah, I applied mascara a little bit onto the lower lash line, and make sure you do curl your lashes. So next part, you want to apply a small amount of a white Kohl liner right onto your waterline. You could have done that before mascara or after, but I like to do it after. So apply a small amount of that, not too much because you don't want to be like alien-esque. So this is done. As you can see, we have a very kind of luxurious eye, especially because of the lashes. So girls, go out, and boys, duh, go out and buy some lashes. They do complete a look beautifully. Next, we can move on to the rest of the look. Now, I already sculpted my face a little bit. Sculpted meaning like contoured and everything. And what I like using is this over here. It is from M.A.C. Now you can get this in other type of like packaging, because this is like 2 colors. So we have Bone Beige, which is the lighter color down here, which is usually to highlight. So I put a little bit onto my cheekbones. And the darker over here is called Emphasize, and I sculpted a little bit, not too much, because I want to show you guys how I do it, into the cheekbones over here. A little bit around the hairline. Now, Adele wore a lot of contour, especially into the, like, right underneath the cheekbones. Wow, it took me a while to say it. So, I'm using this color over here to build it up. So I'm taking an angled brush, an angled blush brush, taking that dark color, going right in here. If it can help you do like the fish face. And here, where the hollow is, you want to apply that. So I'm just starting at the beginning of my ear, going straight down. Now after, we're going to use another brown color. Now this color, you could use an eyeshadow, you could use any sort of brown you want. I'm going to use a big brown color that I have in a palette. I'm not too sure where I took this palette, but it helps me from time to time. So I'm taking that big brown over here, very, very dark. But now I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath, guys. Next, I'm going to take a very, very big domed shape brush that is a little bit tapered on the top over here. Take off the excess. I'm just like brushing it a little bit on the back of my arm. Then you do want to do the fish face. And then you want to run that right at the hollow part. But I'm telling you, take a very little amount, and then you'll know how pigmented it is. And because it's tapered, the tapered part is going to go right in the hollow part, so it's going to kind of like do the work for you. So you see we're kind of getting there. And then you can go with that brush and just kind of smooth it out a little bit. The lips are going to be quite easy. I'm going to take, the lips are nude, so you could just like rock a nude lip, but you know, I need a little bit more definition. So I'm going to take lip liner from M.A.C called Boldly Bare. And you want to line your lips with that, and you want to fill your lips with the same color. It's going to help your lipstick adhere more, and it's going to be long lasting. So remember, if you're going out like red carpet party, you need it. Oh, you could have told me I have a big chunk of hair on my lip. I'm going to take my favorite of all time, my favorite nude color lipstick. It is a cream sheen finish, and it is from M.A.C, and it's called Shy Girl. It is beautiful. It's kind of a peachy color. So I'm just going to take a very little amount and and just distribute that on the lips. And then for the cheeks, they are very nude, kind of peachy, but more on the kind of like bronzy side. You don't want to take too much away from the contour. I'm going to take a Mineralized Skin Finished and Refined, and there's basically some bronze veinings in it. There's a little bit of gold. It's just going to give you a very small amount of shimmer, but the perfect tint for your cheeks. So I'm just using a big paddle brush, which is my favorite type of blush brush. And you just want to tap that on the apples of the cheeks. Just tapping. And there we have it. This is the completed look, the red carpet event for the Grammys. This is the second look that Adele wore. So I hope you enjoyed it. Modify it, play with it, make it your own, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.